council, staff, members of the community, my neighbors, potential landlords. Over the next month, my primary focus, probably months actually, my primary focus will be listening and learning. Meeting with employees, regional partners, key stakeholders to better understand the organization, how we operate, and our community priorities. The transition period is intentionally guided by best practices, and I would say 90% of my transition will be guided by the first 90 days, by the book, the first 90 days, which is excellent. And I think that it guides me into having a thoughtful onboarding process, ensuring continuity of services, and setting a strong foundation for long-term success. As I step into this role, it is important for me to learn to appreciate our processes. Whether they work or not work, it is good to appreciate and to understand the organizational culture and appreciate what is working well, and as well where there may be some opportunities for improvement. Out of tonight's meeting, clearly a priority will be to outline a plan for addressing the permitting process. I am very grateful that the community came and voiced their concerns, and I will work closely with Mr. Powell to outline an inclusive process to determine how we will change our customer service approach, our permitting steps, and most importantly, how do we become part of the solution, not the problem. It is not about blaming, it is not about finding fault, it is about how we move forward, how do we improve, and how we add value to folks who are trying to do business in our city. I think it will be very important for us to publicly validate the comments we received tonight. I will reach out to each of you and have some conversations about potential next steps. I think tonight's attendance sends a strong message, and therefore it needs a response, and so we will be very thoughtful about how we respond, and in doing so, focus on how we can improve. How we got here is important, but it's more important to know where we're headed. So thank you so much.
Thank you for that, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that, and I appreciate you highlighting the permitting process and things that some improvements that we know are needed in our planning and building. We had conversations before this about that, and we talked about this idea of having the joint planning commission and city council meeting. So I think there's an opportunity there. We move quickly on that to begin to, or I shouldn't say begin, to continue the conversation, because especially the comments that we heard during the open public comment session, all of us have heard those. We have a lot of agreement. That's been the experience that we have had with some of the issues in planning, and we know that there are some technological issues I think that we need to address, or maybe actually put in some solutions using technology. I think that's a big part of our issue, and I also think that we need to look at possibly training and other things, also our systems. But I think that I'm really glad that we're starting. This is like I think what Vice Mayor Deanda mentioned earlier. I think we're right now have this great opportunity with you, Ana, because part of the reason why you were selected is because we know that you have a strong background in finance, and that's really important because we know that everything costs money, so we need to be as fiscally responsible as we can and frugal, and also because of your experience just in general in planning, as well as public safety, as well as Parks and Recs, and as well as tourism, as I was talking about earlier. We talked about some of your experiences in other cities with that. So real excited to get started working. Welcome, and thank you so much, and I look forward to continuing to work with you. Okay, so I'm going to go one step back because I realized that I skipped over the future